You ever wonder exactly how many roosters you need depending on how many hens you have? That's what we're going to discuss in today's video. Hey there, welcome back to another Slightly Rednecked video. Again, my name's Chris, and if you're not familiar with this channel, I help you to produce your own meat, eggs, and vegetables from your backyard, your balcony, your deck, your garage, or even a spare room in your house if that's the way you want to do it. And today we're going to be talking about your hen to rooster ratio, or your rooster to hen ratio, however you want to say it. I've had a couple of questions come up about this lately, about how many roosters do you need. I know I've talked about it in video before, so if you've watched my videos before, you've probably heard me talk about it. You probably already know the answer. But for those of you that are new, and you may be just getting into quail, I thought I'd go ahead and shoot another video on this and get it addressed for you. So let's get the big topic out of the way. You only need one rooster for every 4 to 5 hens that you have. 4 to 6 really, somewhere right around in there. I find one rooster for every 5 hens is a good ratio. And the reason for that is that it's going to ensure that you have plenty of fertility, so that if you're looking to hatch eggs, then you have plenty of fertility. Let me stop right there and say, if you don't worry about hatching eggs, you're not worried about getting fertile eggs, you don't need any roosters. Hens will lay eggs without a rooster present. But assuming that you want fertile eggs for hatching and you want to be able to raise your own young quail, then you're going to need one rooster for every 5 hens. That's plenty enough. Even 6 hens, that's enough to get good fertility out of your eggs. You don't want to go lower than one rooster for every 4 hens, because if you do that, those roosters will be a little bit over-eager to breed, let's put it that way. And what's going to end up happening is your hens are going to end up scalped. All the feathers on the back of their heads missing. Whenever the roosters go to breed, that's what they do. They grab onto the feathers on the back of the hen's head. And you've probably seen that behavior before if you've had quail for any amount of time, especially at the beginning of the season, or when the roosters first come of age. They're like teenagers. They're just surging with hormones, and they're going to overbreed your females, and you're going to end up with females that have, no feathers on the back of their head. They're going to be bleeding, going to be picked on, going to be beat up pretty bad. And you may be mistaking that for aggression, but it's not actually aggression. It's breeding behavior. It's just one rooster with, if you've got let me back up. If you've got too many roosters for the hen ratio, if you've got more than one rooster for every 4 hens, then they're going to be overbreeding your hens and they're going to get beat up pretty badly. So you want to reduce that number to one rooster every 5 to 6 hens. So what I typically do is, if I've got, let's say 15 hens in there, then I'm going to want, 3 roosters. I might throw one extra one in and have 4, just to be on the safe side in case something happens to one of my roosters. I've got an extra one. But you don't want to go any heavier than that, because you will end up with hens that get overbred. Now, as your birds get a little bit older, those roosters will calm down just a little bit. They'll still breed, they'll still make sure that you have plenty of good fertility, but you're not going to end up with as many problems with them overbreeding. But still, your ratios 1 to 5 is about what you want to maintain. Now, what do you do with all your extra roosters? Let's say that you've got a bunch of roosters that are coming of age, like 6 to 7 weeks. You're not quite ready to process them yet, but they're starting to crow, they're starting to breed, and you've got too many of them. If you've got a separate cage, you can house all your roosters together and let them grow out. Now, they're going to be noisy, they're going to be crowing like crazy, competing with each other, trying to get the female's attention, but they'll be fine. You can house them all together, just in a separate cage all by themselves, and just let them grow out until you're ready to process them or give them away or sell them or whatever you're going to do with them in the end. I had that question come up recently from a viewer asking if you could house a bunch of males together, and yeah, it's perfectly fine. You can house a bunch of male roosters together. Again, just remember, they're going to be noisy, they're going to be crowing a lot, they're going to be trying to get the attention of the hens, and they're not going to be successful with this. So they are going to get pretty rowdy, and as far as crowing and noise and all those kinds of things go, they should be fine, though. You very seldom have problems, especially if they were raised together, with them just beating each other up and really picking on each other. Sometimes you do end up with an aggressive bird, and that does happen, but for the most part, it's okay to go ahead and house all your roosters together. So anyway, this is a quick topic I thought I would address today. I'm getting to a point now where I'm going to have to start separating out the roosters. I've got my younger birds mixed in with my older birds here, and the younger birds are getting older. They're getting real close. They're probably about 5 weeks old right now, so another week or 2, and the roosters are going to start crowing and going to want to start breeding at that point, so I'm going to have to be moving some roosters off. And it's looking like I've got a pretty high density of roosters in here right now. Let me bring you in closer, because if you don't know how to tell a rooster from a hen, it's pretty simple with these wild type birds. I've got the jumbo brown pharaohs, and you can really easily tell. Let me bring you in close, I'll show you that. All right, so let me open this up, and hopefully they don't all go running around. These guys are only the young ones. Now I've got some older ones in here as well, but the young ones are only about 5 weeks old, but you can easily tell which ones are roosters. Now that is a rooster with a solid red breast. He doesn't have a speckled breast, and I'll show you the difference. Whoa, don't jump out, guys, don't jump out. They're a little wild. Let me see if I can find a hen in here. Are you a hen? You are a hen, right there. Right there, there's a hen. So there's a hen, speckled breast on the hen. So that's what you get when you get a hen. The other one is a rooster. Looks like 2 roosters back there. I've got quite a few in here, so I'm going to be having to separate them out pretty soon. Get this closed up. Now I know this isn't a new topic. Like I said, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you already know this information, but I do have lots of new subscribers out there. Lots of people that are just getting into raising quail, and like I said, the question has been asked a couple of times lately in comments, so I figured it was a good opportunity to go ahead and get this addressed for everybody out there that just may not know that information. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you got the information you needed out of it, and as always, God bless.